It's sometimes written with a letter Y and other times with a J. But that can be a bit baffling, so I'm answering this question because Valerie from Mexico asked, and I thought it would be helpful to share with you. Because even native speakers of English generally don't know the difference between these two symbols of the International Phonetic Alphabet. And she said, well, in Spanish we have a J and a double L sound, but it kind of sounds like a Y. So that made me remember a friend of mine. His last name was spelled Lamas, like the animal for me. And in English, we call them llamas. Now, our tongue for a regular L, either single or double, is going to touch the bump right behind your teeth. Llamas. But I know the double L can vary a lot in different Spanish accents, like especially if you go to Argentina. And I'm curious to hear how you say it, so tell me down in the comments. And I can't remember how many times he corrected me in Spanish, but he said something closer to j, like juice for me. So for that, at least in English, your tongue starts in the same place as our L, on the bump, d, but then it releases and creates friction just behind there, zh. And make sure your vocal folds are vibrating, otherwise it'll sound like ch, as in chocolate. J, January, j, joke, which we spell with the letter J. But in Spanish, when you write the letter J, it sounds more like our H, as in Julio or Jose. So my friend, Juan, llamas, and I'm still not sure I'm even saying it right for him. So I used to picture him wearing pajamas to remember, because I kept picturing llamas. Because for me, it's more like a Y sound with my tongue tip down, y, as in the color yellow in English, because jello is a food, although you can totally have yellow jello. And most of the time, Spanish spelling is way more obvious than in English. So for pronunciation, we use the symbols of the International Phonetic Alphabet, and it makes things more clear. But when I write the symbol with the J and the symbol with the Y, it's the same, with my tongue tip down, at least for most people. So why does the same sound have two different IPA symbols? Short answer is because we consider J a consonant and Y a vowel. And I don't know about you, but in school we were taught that vowels and consonants were two very different groups. But the truth is, sounds are on a continuum, and this sound is right in the middle. And when it's acting like a consonant, like in the word value, we would use the J symbol. But when it's acting like a vowel, like in the word yes, we use the Y symbol, because it's an approximant or a glide right in between. So that's why we sometimes use the J or other times the Y symbol if we're transcribing the sounds using IPA. But not all dictionaries follow that rule. So some of them use the Y and J symbols interchangeably. And technically, we should only be using the Y vowel symbol for when your jaw is closed much more and your lips are rounded, as in the French word for moon, lune. Notice how my tongue is forward for the French version, lune, but it's back for the English one, moon. So if you don't train your ear to hear those tiny differences among the sounds, you might not even notice. And I can see why looking in the dictionaries yourself might be confusing. I mean, that's why Valerie was asking, because she was noticing something that made her curious. But that's why I'm here. So if you're interested in accent stuff like this, you can simply join my community and post your pronunciation questions there. And maybe I'll even make a video about it for everyone. The link's down in the description, and you get to meet other international language lovers, and it's free, so why not see if we're your people? And if not, that's cool too. And if you want to hear about the connection between other consonant sounds that we make way back in the mouth, like k and ng, and their connection with w, then check out this video. And in the meantime, I hope to see you in my community.